Hello everyone. Today I am going to talk about the molarity, subscripted by the capitalized M. The molarity is the number of moles of solute per liter of solution. Again, the molarity is calculated by dividing the number of moles of solute dissolved in a liter of solution. So, this relation, the molarity allow us to relate the moles of the solute and the volume of the solution. The molarity is the conversion factor between the moles of solute and the volume of solution. An example, in a 0.100 molar solution of sodium chloride contains 0.100 moles of sodium chloride in 1.00 liter of its solution, or 0.0100 moles of sodium chloride is dissolved in 0.100 liter of solution will also result 0.100 molar solution of sodium chloride. How it had happened? Yes, when we divide the 0.100 mole sodium chloride by the 1.00 liter of its solution will result 0.100 molar. Again, if we divide 0.0100 molar sodium chloride by 0.100 liter of its solution, we would get the same result. So we can get the same molarity by with different proportions of the moles and the volumes of the solutions. Imagine you are dissolving a solute in a solution and you are going to make separate solutions. And then you need to mix these solutions. After the reaction is occurred, reaction is completed, we need to know quantitatively how much of each solute that has been reacted with each other. So in that case, the reaction or the relationship between the reactions, how much of this each solute has been reacted is told or is given by the molarity. We can calculate we can calculate the amounts of solutes by using the molarity. So how we can define the molarity? The molarity is defined by the moles of solute divided by the liter of solution. So what are the units? In the numerator, we get the moles. In the denominator, it could be volume. So the units for the molarity would be moles per liters, or it would be given as big M. The molarity, as we have as I have told you at the beginning of this small video, the molarity is relating the volume and the moles. So the molarity is the conversion factor between the moles of substance and a volume of a solution of that substance. So molarity provides a conversion factor between the moles and volume. The moles, the unit would be moles per liter, and as an example, the 0.100 molar sodium chloride solution can be defined as dissolving 0.100 moles of sodium chloride in 1.00 liter sodium chloride solution. So the relationship between the moles of sodium chloride and the liters of the solution can make two different types of conversion factors. We can divide the moles by the volume, or we can divide the volume by the moles. So we can basically get three different types of calculations. We can use this molarity for three basic types of calculations. First, we can calculate the molarity by dividing the moles and by its volume, or you can find the moles by multiplying the molarity by its volume, or you can calculate the volume by dividing the molarity by by dividing the moles of the substance by the molarity of that solution. Here is an example. Now we are going to calculate the molarity of a solution. Let's read the question. Calculate the molarity of a solution prepared by dissolving 11.5 grams of sodium hydroxide. In parenthesis, the molar mass of sodium hydroxide is given. So the sodium hydroxide solid in enough water to make 1.50 liter of solution. So what we know, or what we are given in the question, we are given the amount of the solute, that is the sodium hydroxide. The amount is 11.5 grams. And do we know the volume of the solution? Yes, the volume of the solution is 1.50 liter. So let's see how we can get the molarity of this sodium hydroxide solution. We should start with the grams of sodium hydroxide. Then we change the grams to moles of sodium hydroxide. So what is the conversion factor between the grams and the moles? Yes, it is the molar mass. Do we know the molar mass? Yes, the molar mass of the sodium hydroxide given, it is 40.00 grams per moles. Then the moles of sodium hydroxide will be able to convert to the molarity by dividing the moles by the volume of the solution. Let's start the calculation. We start with the 11.5 grams of sodium hydroxide multiplied by the molar mass. In 1 mole of sodium hydroxide weighs 40.00 grams of sodium hydroxide, and the grams of sodium hydroxide to grams of sodium hydroxide is cancelled off, and we get the moles of sodium hydroxide as 0.288 moles. Then we calculate the molarity of this solution. The molarity of the solution is moles of the substance divided by the liters of the solution. So we substitute the moles as with 0.288 moles of sodium hydroxide dividing by the liters of the solution. It is 1.0. So when we solve this, we get the molarity as 0.192 molar sodium hydroxide. Next, and again another question. Now, how many milliliters of 0.250 molar sodium chloride solution are needed to obtain 0.100 molar of moles of sodium chloride? Now we are given the molarity and the moles, and what we are looking for? Yes, we are looking for the volume. Okay, so we start with the molarity. So 0.250 molar sodium chloride means, now we are substituting these numbers. Okay, 2.50 moles of sodium chloride in 1.00 liter of sodium chloride solution. So we are given the molarity and the moles. We are looking for the volume. So we start with the moles. 0.00 moles of sodium chloride multiplied by 2.50 moles of sodium chloride in 1.00 liter sodium chloride solution. We took this one from here, from the definition, and then we should give the answer in milliliters. From here, when you cancel out the units, now we get the volume in liters. But we need to give the answer in milliliters. So now we use the conversion factor. 1 liter equals 1000 milliliters. So then the liters to liters cancel out and we get the answer in milliliters. So the answer is 400 milliliters of 0.250 molar sodium chloride solution is needed to make 0.250 molar sodium chloride solution. So that's all about the molarity. So I just defined the molarity. The molarity is defined as the moles of the solute divided by the liters of the solution. So the molarity is the conversion factor relating the moles and the volume. So you can use that equation to find the moles. You can find the molarity, or you can find the moles, or you can find the volume. So you can start the question. Sometimes you will get the questions just giving you only the grams. So then you need to convert the grams to the moles using the molar mass, and then you divide the moles of the solute by the volume in liters. Always the molarity will be the moles divided by the liters of the solute.